If you've watched the videos in the Step-by-Step Beginner Guide playlist, you now have all the skills you need to make your first project. We're going to start with a dishcloth. Dishcloths are quick to make and they're practical. They clean dishes and wipe up counters very well. They're easy to wash and they hold up well. The stitch we'll be using is called the crunch stitch. It's a versatile stitch that can be used for scarves, afghans, and of course dishcloths. The crunch stitch is made up of two stitches, the half double crochet stitch and the slip stitch. I've placed links to those videos in the description in case you need a refresher. To make this project, you will need worsted weight cotton yarn, a crochet hook, scissors, a yarn needle, and if you want to check the size of your dishcloth, a measuring tape. If you're ready to learn, grab a hook and some yarn and let's get started. The yarn I'll be using today is Bernat Handicrafter Cotton. It's a number 4 medium weight yarn. I'll be using a 5mm crochet hook, which is the recommended crochet hook size for this yarn. If your stitches tend to be quite tight, you could use a 5.5 or 6mm hook. Normally, dishcloths are 8 or 9 inches square, but you can make them any size you want by adjusting the number of chains in the starting chain and the number of rows you crochet. Start by chaining a multiple of 2 plus 1. I want my dishcloth to be approximately 8 inches square, so I'm going to chain 27. That's 13 times 2 for 26 plus 1, 27 chains. For our first row, we'll make a half double crochet stitch in the second chain from the hook. So we yarn over, insert our hook into the second chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. In the next chain, we do a slip stitch. So we insert our hook, yarn over, pull through the loop on the chain, and then pull through the loop on the hook. We'll make a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we make a slip stitch in the next. We continue that way until the end of the row, making a half double crochet and then a slip stitch, a half double crochet and then a slip stitch. For row 2, we'll chain 1 and turn. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so we'll place our half double crochet in the first stitch. Yarn over, pick up both loops of that first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Our next stitch is a slip stitch, so we'll insert our hook under both loops of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. We'll continue that way until the end of the row, making a half double crochet and a slip stitch. Each row begins with a half double crochet and ends with a slip stitch. So you're crocheting the half double crochet into the slip stitch of the previous row and the slip stitch into the half double crochet of the previous row. We'll repeat row 2 until the dishcloth is as large as you want it to be. That was the last stitch in the last row. I can either cut the yarn, fasten off, and weave in the ends to finish the project, or I can crochet a border around the outside of the dishcloth. For dishcloths, scarves, and afghans, I like to crochet a border. I think it gives the item a more finished and professional look. For this project, I would do a simple border of a single crochet stitch so that it doesn't detract from the pattern. To crochet the border, chain 1 and turn. Place a single crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, and place another single crochet in the same stitch. That will create a smooth, rounded corner. Then crochet in each stitch across. Once you've made your single crochet in the last stitch of the row across the top of the dishcloth, chain one and make another single crochet in that same stitch to create the corner. Now here comes the tricky part. There are no definite stitches to place your single crochets into along the side of the dishcloth, so you'll just have to place your single crochets as evenly as you can along this side. I'll start here, then I'll place a single crochet here, and here, and here. I'll place my next single crochet in this stitch, but that looks like there's too big of a gap. So I'll pull that stitch out and I'll place it closer to the previous stitch. That looks better. I'll just continue crocheting along the side. Pause every so often and take a look at your stitches. Do they look even? If the side doesn't lay flat, you may need to add some stitches if it looks like it puckers, or remove some stitches if it looks too loose. Don't be afraid to rip back a few stitches, or even to the start of the row and begin again. Crocheting a border along the side of a piece is trial and error, and it does get easier the more you do it. When you get to the end, single crochet in the corner stitch, chain one, and single crochet into the same stitch, and then single crochet along the bottom of the dishcloth. This will be easier because there are defined stitches to crochet into. Once again, we'll make a single crochet, chain one, and single crochet into the corner stitch, and then finish our border by making single crochet stitches along this last side. When we get back to where we started the border, we'll slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch that we made. That completes the border. We can now cut our yarn, finish off, and weave in the ends. If you need a refresher on how to do that, I have linked that video in the description as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, a thumbs up lets YouTube know it's useful to other left-handed crocheters. And if you'd like more clear left-handed tutorials, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss a new video.